Okay, so I've got the wheel off. I had to use the breaker bar because the bolts were so on there and kicked the wheel off. It was so tight in on there. What we're looking for is to look behind here for rust on any of the chassis there. This is full of mud, so I'm going to take the bolts off. Hopefully they actually come off okay, and then we're going to look behind there and see what it is, and also see how bad this is as well. So I've got the wheel arch liners out. It's not bad, but it's also not good. This is the mud that all gets clogged up in all cars. If you've got wheel arch liners, please take them off and clean this out on a regular basis. This is just thick layers of mud that have accumulated where from all of the road use on the road and stuff like that. The bottom of this wing is full of it as well. Now 206s have a little Achilles heel which is underneath here, and they've got this little lip here where these pipes go across, and behind it is rust, and nearly all of the 206s have this. I know because I've had multiple 206s. I've given it a good poke with some treatment. I think it's going to be fine. There's a little bit also underneath there if I go inside there as well. This is where the water comes out here, and it then basically goes on here, and this gets water quite a lot of moisture. The suspension components are trashed. They're basically useless. All down here is fine, it's not too bad, and even here on the sill is actually all right. Then we come across here, we've got probably some little bit like surface rust here. We've also got some surface rust. So I've got a wasp or a bee or something trying to attack me. Right, we've got go away, go on, go away. Right, we've got some rust around this hole here. We also have some rust up in there as well. This is all surface rust. If I, apart from that little bit there, which has gone a little bit further in, but it's still there. It's still all right. Yeah, that can all be caught and treated. Yeah, there we go, up there. Sorry for the camera work. Let's. That's solid. So yeah, all that needs to be done as well. It's not as bad as it could have been. It's still, let's zoom in, there we go. It's still sort of bad, but it's treatable because there's still plenty of metal there. So let me just have a quick dig around there. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. It's starting to get heavy, but that little hole there up there actually should be there, because you've got a mounting point here and then you've got a little hole there, so that is a machined hole. All around here this is a little bit, how you doing, but there's still plenty of metal there. It seems to be fine, and yeah, I think that's on that bracket which attached to another side, so I need to take that bracket off and then sort that out. So yeah, if that is literally the only hole there, is that within 30 centimeters of the thing? No, it's less. Sorry, it's more. It's more than 30 centimeters. So yeah, that's gonna be all right. Again, I can do something with that, tidy it up and sort that. So on this side, it's not too bad. We've got a bolt which seems to have come off, or somebody's taken it off and not put it back. Let me just zoom out a bit. There we go. CV joints seem all right actually. It could just be worn, or it could be the bearing. It could be the bearing. Looking at the anti-roll bar, that's solid. The steering boot looks dry and intact on this side. Yeah, that's all right. Oh yeah, okay. The subframe is a little corroded, but again, that can be treated. This here is all treatable. That's all treatable. So does this pop off? I'm not sure whether it does, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get the jet wash out and give this a bloody good jet wash. Let's just zoom back out again. I'm going to give this all a good jet wash and get the jet wash out in a second. And do it. I'm not going to put the wheel arch liner back in. I'm going to leave it out so I can get to stuff while I'm actually working on the car. I'm not using this car on a daily basis. This is actually staying on my drive while this is all going on. But yeah, it's not as bad as it could have been. The Achilles heel here, yeah, that definitely needs treating, and it needs treating also on from the inside down there between the two parts of metal. These are not spot welded, these are just butted together, so I can drizzle some corrosion inhibitor down there, and we can cure that, and I can take these these things off here and get to that. I have done that before, and it's been okay. So yeah, and we can sort that. It's not as bad as I thought. 22-year-old car, it's not bad, it really isn't bad. But these shocks are absolutely junk, so it's going to be shocks and dampers and springs as well. Yeah, there's a little bit up there, you know, it's rusty up here, but I think if I get in up there and take this all out and get up there and clean it, I think it's going to be all right. Remember, I'm not using this as a daily. This is going to it's a restoration project, or it's a project for the channel. So I am not fussed about leaving this here without the wheel arch liners. But yeah, even the wings. Yeah, again, this is the crap and the dust that people forget, and then they wonder why their car rusts out. So I'm not going to jet wash it immediately because I need to actually work around this area and check. So I'm going to put the wheel back on, do the other side to check the other side, and let's see what we get there. I'm also going to have a quick check underneath there. You'll see a video, more footage of there if there is a problem. So we do have a bit of corrosion here. I need to basically clean that off on that chassis and see how bad it is. Have we gone through? Have we gone through? Oh God, we might have gone through. How bad is that? Let me get the screwdriver. So here we go. Oh, okay. That's solid. It's rusty, but it's solid. Right. Okay. That's solid. It's bubbling up where water's got underneath the underseal. Yeah. So what I can do is, has it gone through? Please don't say you've gone through. I actually want this car to live, but it's doing a good job of scaring me. Yeah. Right, that is all solid. This is all solid here. Yeah, there we go. This is all solid. That's all solid. So what this needs is basically taking down all that rust, taking off, treating it, then putting zinc primer over it, then putting the under seal on. So that's all right. I'm okay with that. I think we might have even just caught it in time. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, that would have actually killed the car if that had gone through, but I think we've caught it in time. Okay, I've got this side, the passenger side wheel arch liners out. The suspension components are trashed. We got mud here as well. I've just got a light here because the light here is going, the daylight is going. I do this stuff after work, so I have to sort of fit it in just after my work day ends. Yeah, we've got some rust up there. Again, that's treatable, that's sortable, there's no holes. What's happened is there's 3 layers of skin in there, and one of the skins has rusted, but the other ones haven't. So that can be treated, stopped. That's not a problem there, and we can sort that. So I'm just about to clean up and take this mud out, and we'll have a quick look and see what's there. You can see all the mud that actually builds up inside that wing, and it just sits there and it's wet and it promotes rust. The rest of the strut tower looks fine. There's a little bit of surface rust there, and up there all looks okay. So this side, yeah, apart from that, that's the only thing on this side. And if that had gone through hole, then yeah, that's within 30 centimeters of the top mount. I think it is actually. No, it might not be actually, but very close. But yeah, that's savable. That's treatable. There's no rust anywhere around here, on there. Little bit of rust on that hole. The steering rack boot there seems okay. Let's have a look. The drive shafts, the actual boots look fine, but I am damn sure it's the drive shafts that have gone. So the drive shafts or the bearing here. The discs are total, just worn out. They're just plain worn out. There's a great big thick lip on them. They'll do for now while I'm moving the car around. But yeah, and they're so cheap. It's like £30 for a pair of discs. So 2 discs and 2 pads on each side in total. It's ridiculous to get that. That's easy enough. We've got a lot more stuff going on over there. We can see the front member there. It looks all fine as well, and so does the main chassis. Yeah, okay, there's a bit of surface rust there. It's fine. It's sort of what I was expecting this car. It was just about at the point before it actually has proper terminal rot. And I'll have a look underneath here like I did before, and if you see video footage of this, then you know there's a problem. So apart from a bit of flaking under seal here, there's a little bit of rust there. Again, this is all treatable. It's not gone through. We've got, let's have a look. We've got a bit of an oil leak. We've got a bit of an oil leak there. It's either gearbox oil or oil. I don't know what. We'll find out later on. But it's all right. The rest of it's all right. It's not too bad. The chassis on the other side seems worse. So this chassis here. Yeah, it looks fine. Sorry for the camera work, but yeah, it's really hard and it's getting dark here. So, catalytic converter looks crusty, but it's serviceable for now. Mid box looks okay. Again, it's got rust. You might be able to see if I try and do that. That's the extent of that rust over there. So you can see that whole seam there. That's got surface rust all over it. So what I'll do is when I get to doing this, I will use a wire wheel to basically take all of that rust off, then treat it, then zinc primer it, and then put under seal on, and that will be fine. It's nice and solid over there. It's very thick metal, so it will get away with it, and that'll be fine. So I've got the jet wash out. I'm going to jet wash all the insides of that, clear out all the crap. The light is really going here, so I'm struggling to get everything done in time. Oh, bring on the summer days. Nice long, bright summer days and evenings. So that was a quick jet wash out. All the crap's gone from in there. All down here looks great, absolutely fine. A bit more crap than I was thinking. Yeah, so we're going to get the wheel on here, and then we're going to do the other side. Okay, so this side is done as well. All looks pretty good. No, apart from the rust on the edges of that sill and up there, that side's not too bad. Yeah, it's all good, all treatable. Yeah, I'm generally happy with the whole front of that car in terms of rust, apart from that down there on that corner on the chassis thing. But again, there's no perforation. I can just yeah, that part down there can be sorted. So yeah, it's not a complete shit box. It's not a complete rusted out shit box. It's getting close to it. And if it had been left, then yeah, it's going to be a problem. But yeah, that's all treatable. Right, so let's get this wheel back on. The wheel's back on. I'm going to put the security bolts in there in a bit. I've just got a little bit of cleaning up to do. The light is absolutely going really quickly, so I'm going to store those, the wheel arch liners. It's all been jet washed in the wheel wells there and on the chassis. I know what's going on underneath there. It's all treatable, it's all good. Right, I'm going to clear up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.